e-rev applied directly to the forehead. e-rev applied directly to the forehead.
e-rev is not responsible for any monitor to head-related injuries. View at your own risk.
Hello and welcome to Electronic Revolution TV. My name is Sandy. We have an exciting semi-final Combat Arms matchup for you tonight. But first, here's my co-caster Freddy. What's going on, Freddy?
Hey man, doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing alright. On the video tonight, we have Limek as always. What's up, Limek?
Hey, not much. Just want to apologize if you're watching this in the archive and because you couldn't watch it live. This is all Pele's fault, and so X-fire him and tell him loser. No, sorry. Well, just give him some tough time because it's his fault.
Alright, so you can, you know who to direct your hate towards. If you're watching this, it's probably going to be in the archive, so we're sorry about the delay that you couldn't watch it live. But it's going to be an exciting match either way, and tonight we have Abstract taking on Vertu. Why don't you tell us how these two teams got to here tonight, Freddie?
Virtue had a pretty difficult road to the playoffs. They had gone through. They had a bye first week, and then were matched up with Divine Revolution, the number 7 team, and beating them. Here we are against the number 3 Abstract. Virtue held a score of 7-0, scoring 50 points through the season.
Yeah, Virtue looked really impressive this season, undefeated, and Abstract, I believe their only loss was to Virtue during the regular season, so they have a chance at some redemption here tonight. They knocked off No Mercy in the quarterfinals to get here, and it should be an exciting match. We see Abstract on offense, slow playing it right off the start. Happytron's kind of peeking Sewer's trick, which I think is their strongest player, is playing Showers right now. Virtue's just opting to also play pretty shallow on defense. How are they set up over there, Freddie?
Very, very shallow in B side. Actually, Influx is watching left side. Fighter is watching right side. They've got BMOC upstairs in A. Acids is on Orange Generator, and it looks like Caitlyn is actually playing in the vent.
Okay, that's going to start getting interesting here in a second as Trick goes over underneath bridge left. Happytron jumping over to window, takes a couple shots, drops back down. Right now they're just running the plank and trying to get an easy shot as Trick nades his way in, taking shots at the inside right guy, who goes in the room and gets taken down. That was Influx. Caitlyn takes down Happytron with the nade, and Trick with the gun. Dragonfly takes down Caitlyn, and it's down to a 3v1 now as BMOC is the last one alive. Notorious is putting the bomb down. Zero Core takes him down in vent, and Abstract takes the first round on offense to make it 1-0.
Yeah, interesting play by Virtue there, sending a guy up in vent. They're sitting back. They're halfway back, which means you can't get the peek from ditch. Caitlyn just waiting for that call out from Influx or Fighter for when somebody does assault across bridge or make it through window. Hence Influx playing very shallow, Fighter playing very shallow. Acids is pushed up on the orange generator again in A, and BMOC is holding the top rafters.
Yeah, I think at this stage in the evolution of the game, you're going to be seeing a lot of teams go bridge side. What Virtu needs to do, in my opinion, is kind of fluster their slow play, because it's so easy to get those picks, you know, nade in and rush as they're coming back to their spots pre-fire. So easy to do that on offense, and I think Abstract's going to have a lot of success if Virtu plays shallow on defense bridge side, as Happytron's nading up, and they're trying to do the same thing again as Happytron and Trick are double teaming it on bridge side. What's Virtu doing over there, Freddy?
Pretty much the same thing. Acids is holding orange generator in A, BMOC is up in rafters, and pretty much the same setup in B. And I'll just echo what you're saying there, Sandy. And there's nothing more frustrating or surprising than if the defense does push out across bridge and get a nade, or if somebody goes ditch and just completely throws a cog into the wheel and mix up that offensive push that they're trying to do. If somebody goes mini sewers and you know, defensive players sitting right there to see them, it's crazy.
Happytron takes down Influx as they take the B side, or the A side again rather. Fighter takes down Happytron, Notorious trading with him. Trick's putting the bomb down now as Zero Core is flanking behind. Acids takes down Dragonflies, down to a 2v3 with Abstract in the lead. One's in vent, he's backing up. Notorious got an eye on. Zero Core is coming up behind him. I believe that player might have dropped Dumpster, so look for him to be coming up plank momentarily, and Notorious taking shots at him. 20 seconds left. Virtue's gonna have to make a push here. Caitlyn takes down Zero, but Notorious takes down BMOC, so it's down to a 1v2 with 15 seconds. And Caitlyn, real predictable on that plank, makes a lot of noise. Notorious takes him down. Abstract with a 2-0 lead on offense. This is really impressive by them tonight.
Absolutely, but at the same time, we saw this last week. Virtue was a little sloppy in the first couple rounds against Divine Revolution, I think it was, and just came back, you know, no holds barred. We got to see Teabag 1v4 clutch, real exciting there. Not a lot of surprise on Virtue as they set up again in the same spots. Caitlyn's going to play super shallow in the vent, Influx watching left side, Fighter watching right side. BMOC up in rafters in A, and Acids on the orange generator. You know, like you said, Sandy, I think a rush on defense is called for now. Maybe mix some things up and throw it back in their face.
Yeah, I think Virtue is one of those teams who really needs to get slapped in the face a couple times to wake up and play to their full potential, as they're down in a 2-0 hole on defense, which is not what they expected. Abstract's kind of doing the same thing here. Happytron's playing plank with Notorious backing him up. They got all 4 players rotating the bridge now, so look for that bridge rush momentarily. Like we said, you know, I guess we both agree on it. Virtue's got to push somebody bridge and get underneath bridge or sewers, or just throw them off, because they're picking apart Virtue right now. Getting in really easily as Trick takes down Influx. Fighter and Vent takes down Notorious and Trick and Happytron. Huge multi-kill. Dragonflies takes down BMOC, so it's down to a 2v3. That was an awesome job by Fighter, slowing down that rush over there. Dragonflies is the last one on bridge side coming in here, and Fighter takes down Dragonflies. That's 4 kills for him this round. He's really just locking down that whole map on the bridge side. Zero Core takes down Caitlyn in the back, down to a 1v1. And where's Fighter right now? What's he doing?
Fighter is in B site on the back side of the bomb plant. He's got an eye on spawn, but it doesn't look like he's moving. Yes, he is moving back around to the right side now. He's looking at the ladder in vent, getting a ghost from his teammates for sure. Zero Core is actually pushing up now. I'm not sure if that's the wise thing to do, rather than planting A and forcing his hand to come get him. As right now he's for sure got. Yep, and there it is. Fighter takes down Zero Core, and I'm sure he was getting the ghost from his team there.
Yeah, Fighter's definitely woken up with taking down the whole team for an ace as Vertu takes their first round on offense. Let's go to Abstract's war room here as they try to figure out what happened that last round. Let's go, Lime.
No idea where he was. Later on I realized I should have done that.
Jake, you gonna push in B when we go A?
No, I'm gonna go back. I'll make noise for you guys. I saw one peeking out. You're gonna switch their... They're starting to peek out and shit. Wait up front. I want to rethrow our nades, so... Just rush A. I'm coming.
Don't get naded, don't get naded. I hear them pinning. Watch out, nade happy.
Alright, go. Dragon, go. I got the
One
flank.
up top,
Go,
one
go.
up top. Nade.
Turn around, up top. Alright, I got the
Plant it,
flank.
plant
Go. Drop the plant. Just drop the fucking plant.
Watching behind us from door.
Vent.
Trick's got sewer.
I got this.
One event. Come on, keep it.
Someone bounce out here. Alright, never mind. It's 3v1. Folk, just back up. Go to mini door. Go to fucking mini door and be vent. Just sit at mini door. Alright, well just sit at mini door.
Chill.
Alright, what's good?
Check up on it.
Check it.
It's all good. Chill, bro. Chill.
Wow, Fighter almost had back-to-back team aces there, but Trick decided to do the smart thing and wait till Fighter had no choice but to defuse, and got the easy kill on it. So great job by Abstract. They're mixing up their strats. I think they surprised Vertu there with the warehouse rush after playing bridge side the first 3 rounds, and they're kind of doing the same thing here again. Dragonflies is in sewer ditch, and Happytron's sneaking up into the door, while Zero Core is on back truck. So they're slow playing warehouse this round. I'm curious to see what Vertu is doing on their defensive strats, Freddy.
Caitlyn and BMOC are both in vent now. Pretty standard setup on B site. You've got Influx and Fighter. It looks like Fighter is actually backing out all the way into spawn, leaving Influx alone at the front door. Looks like he's just trying to get a quick peek. They are going to stack the right side and maybe concede 1 or 2 trying to come in, maybe get them in to get the pinch here. But pretty stereotypical setup again, Sandy. I'm not sure if... I really think they need to mix things up here. I really do.
Yeah, I know Fighter likes to play that spawn spot where he can see them crossing. Time's ticking away on Abstract now as they're rotating over to bridge side. Zero Core gets in easily, and Fighter takes him down. Influx takes down Dragonfly, so it's down to a 5v3. I think they kind of got lucky there, as Abstract could have took warehouse pretty easily, but like you said, they were stacking, or Vertu was stacking bridge side, so it's down to a 5v3. Happytron is in sewers right now. They're not sure what they want to do. He's kind of helping Trick out, but now they're rotating over to warehouse. So I think they should have done this earlier, as Trick is kind of just making noise on the plank to keep them busy. They're going back and forth. This is really confusing by Abstract. Now they're sending all 3 bridge side, and no, they're not. They're kind of going back and forth. I'm not sure. Their communication is messed up, but they got 50 seconds left with 5 Vertu players alive, and you can't be wasting time as time ticks away here.
Absolutely, five Vertu players alive. Fighter only has 3 hit points and holding the right side as BMOC takes down Happytron, Notorious with the nut shot, and Trick in a row to take that 2-3.
Yeah, man, you can't be pussyfooting around in the sewers and then decide to come up on plank. BMOC sitting on dumpster just takes all 3 of them down and just says, "Get that crap out of here." As Vertu seems to have woken up here. Abstract is deciding to push 3, 4, 5 into warehouse as Happytron takes down Acid. One more player in Vent is forced to back up. Caitlyn takes down Happytron with a nut shot from Vent. So nice shot there, as they're not planning yet. They're pushing in slowly. Zero takes down Caitlyn in spawn with the pistol, but BMOC trades with them. BMOC's in Vent right now. And Fighter takes down Trick from spawn. So they're down to a 2v3. And Dragonflies is just watching the back now. Notorious is playing it shallow indoor as he's getting chased. Fighter takes down Notorious. He's going huge right now. 12-3. 13-3, just destroying Abstract right now. Huge round by Fighter, and Vertu's going to have plenty of time to defuse.
Absolutely. Fighter down to 60 hit points as they do back out and get that bomb defusal there. Fighter is absolutely destroying these kids, telling them bring it on, and you know, you better come with a lot more than those little rushes, because Fighter's going to shut them down here. It's pretty much same setup. Influx is going to watch left side, actually maybe pushing out bridge a little. Fighter's watching right side. You've got Caitlyn and BMOC set up in Vent, and Acid's watching the orange generator in A site.
Yeah, right now Abstract is opting to go back to that bridge side after 2 consecutive rounds where they're not doing too well on warehouse side. So they got Notorious lower left bridge, and Trick's coming up on plank right now. Happytron makes it inside. Nade down. Influx takes down Trick. Caitlyn takes down Happytron. Fighter takes down Notorious. Caitlyn takes down Dragonflies. They're down to a 5v1 right off the start. Failed bridge rush by Abstract. I think they really need to take their time as Virtu's changed their spots up. Caitlyn with the nut shot on zero core, and Virtu's definitely back in this. I hope for their sake that you know, they kind of woke up early enough, because giving up 3 rounds on defense is not what you want to have when you switch sides.
Oh no, it's definitely not a hole you want to face, but we see just how quickly Virtu goes from a 3-0 hole, excuse me, to a 4-1 lead here, or 4-3 lead here, leading by 1 point. And I think they're going to take this 5th round and go in, and I would not be surprised if Virtu just shuts them down on an offensive, 5-0ing them on offense. Maybe, you know, the Abstract may get 1 or 2 rounds, but I really think that the offensive side is going to be Virtu's strong point as BMOC takes down Zero Core.
Yeah, Virtu in a 4v2 here. Notorious takes down BMOC down to a 3v1 as Dragonfly is the last one up, and Fighter takes him down. Fighter is just on fire right now. 17-3. Kid is going nuts. He's just putting Virtu on his back right now as they really needed it. So Virtu takes the first half 5-3, and you know, this I'm guessing. I'm gonna make the prediction now and say this one's gonna go into overtime, which is gonna force that second match, because you know, it's going to be really close when they switch sides.
Absolutely, really exciting first half to watch. 5-3 score. Fighter, you know, say it again, going huge. 17-3. Caitlyn 7-5. BMOC 5-5. Influx 3-4. And Acid's not really pulling his weight. 1v6, but he is watching the more vulnerable spot here. Notorious for Abstract 7-5. Zero Core 5-7. Trick 4-6. Happytron 4-8, and Dragonflies 3-7.
Virtu making a substitution here, as I believe it is. Who are they subbing out here, Freddie? Do you know?
You know, it's hard telling because Virtu is really deep. You know, they could bring in Islands at any second, and they could bring in Teabag at any second. You know, along with anybody else from their roster. You know, it's one of those things. I really wouldn't want to face any of these guys. You know, 1v1. They're that dangerous. They don't necessarily have a sniper. Well, then again, let me rephrase, because they could bring in John L9 and you know, have a sniper on this side. So any of the 3 possible subs is just as dangerous as whoever they're replacing.
Yeah, we saw Teabag come in on offense last week and just totally destroy Divine Revolution after getting teabagged 1 round, the next round with a 4v1 clutch. So I think that would be you know, a big boost coming off the bench for them. As like you said, Virtu is very deep. They could easily field 2 top teams out of their roster, you know, just with the talent they have going into the bench. And I'm curious to see who they sub in here, as it's going to be really crucial in this offensive side.
Yeah, it is indeed. you know, Abstract's really going to have to hold this down and you know, just lock down the positions on A and B and get the good call-outs and the good rotations as we've seen before. You know, as quickly as they got out of had the 3-0 lead, Virtue came right back and you know, aced those last 5 rounds. It's going to be difficult for Abstract, really difficult to you know, shut this thing down and not allow Virtue into either of the bomb plant sites, because as we've seen, you know, Virtue, even on a two whatever matchup, those 2 players are absolutely dangerous. And Lord help us with the way Fighter's shooting tonight. If it turns down to a 4v1, look for Fighter to repeat the teabag performance from last week.
Yeah, Fighter is just on fire right now. Is Abstract giving him the props that he deserves? They're just totally getting shocked by him, and they definitely needed it. Virtue did. I mean, you know, they were really struggling off the start there. We've seen Virtue start off slow, like you said, and come back with dominating force. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Now, the winner of this match, this semifinal WOGL Combat Arms S&D matchup, is going to be taking on the winner of BEB and Eureka 7 tomorrow night, which we'll bring to you here, hopefully live on e-rev. Do you have any predictions for tomorrow night's matchup, Freddie?
I tell you what, BEB it looked like they slumped for a little while, and it looked like they got stronger and stronger near the end. It's going to be a really, really close match, but with the way E7 is just rolling through their last 4 or 5 matches, it's going to be a close one. I'm going to go ahead and lay down the prediction and say that I think E7 is going to take that take the match. I don't think it's going to be by much. Maybe we'll see it in an overtime, but I really think E7 is going to outdo them, especially on Warhead.
Yeah, I think I'm really not sure. I can't even make a pick on that match, as like you said, E7's been picking up momentum every week throughout these playoffs. They made it into the semifinals by knocking off Procore Pro and then H2O in really just dominating fashion. Both teams were just destroyed, and but at the same time, you know, they've had their struggles on Warhead. They lost to Procore Pro on Warhead, and Gimpy is, you know, he's really honest about himself and his team in, you know, the interview we had with him after the H2O match. He knows they need to work on a lot of stuff on Warhead, and you know, BEB's been getting better and better every week. I had the opportunity to scrim them a couple times this week, and they're looking really good on Warhead. So I think if BEB can make the upset, Warhead is the map to take it on. So I'm totally torn on who to pick in that matchup. But yeah, like we said, Teabag is going to be the one subbing in, and you know, he's an awesome offensive player. So we'll have to see what happens here for Virtue, as they're not looking too good going into the second half with a 5-3 lead. But like you said, you never know what they're going to pull out of their hat. They're really starting to wake up now.
Yeah, it should be very, very interesting, especially, you know, if anybody watched last week's match when after getting teabagged, Teabag came right back in the next round and had a 4-1 clutch, just absolutely destroying anything in his path. And the way, if Teabag comes in here hot and running gun, you add him with Fighter, and I really see Abstract possibly going belly up on B site, because I can tell you from first-hand experience, you do not want to defend against Virtue on a bridge ramp assault, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think what we saw, Virtue failed to do the first few rounds. I think Abstract will be smart enough to push that bridge, as you know, Virtue's really good at picking teams apart on bridge side. So what Abstract needs to do is throw them off balance right off the start. Don't, you know, just get in their faces. Don't give them the time to pick you apart, because, you know, they have some of the best pick shots in the game. You don't want to be playing that slow game with Virtue at all.
Absolutely, it's going to be interesting to see here with the way Virtue plays. I don't think that they're used to having somebody run straight at them in their face and you know, try to assault from the defensive side. So we'll see how Abstract handles this.
Yeah, Virtu's actually sending all 5 players to bridge right now. They're going to have to hurry up before the flank comes from behind. Teabag's jumping window immediately, and he's just waiting there for Influx, who's on plank. Abstract throwing some nades down, hurting the players, but they got all 5 in. Happytron takes down Influx. Abstract doing the smart thing and backing out of the site, but Fighter takes down Notorious. Dragonflies takes down Teabag. Trick takes down Fighter. And BMOC takes down Dragonflies. I can't even catch my breath here. Virtu with a quick rush right off the start. 2v1, BMOC and Acids versus Zero Core, who I believe was watching Warehouse and is rotating over as we speak, taking shots at BMOC. And they're being smart. They're kind of like baiting him into chasing them. Acids is just running circles right now. And just teasing him as BMOC is just sitting in the site, and time's ticking away. Virtu's playing this really well with the cat and mouse game as Acids just destroys him with the headshot. That was very impressive by Virtu.
Absolutely. Virtu comes right in and says, you know what, kids, this is our map, this is our match, and you know, you better make the adjustments. We've got Trick and Dragonflies going vent right now. It looks like Notorious is also going to try to join them, maybe. I don't know, he's having some difficulties with the ladder. Zero Core is set up in A site. Trick is actually going to drop trash as he's getting pre-naded there. Happytron taking down Acids, Teabag taking down Trick, Fighter taking down Notorious, and Happytron here. Which way are they going, Sandy?
They're in bridge room right now. Acids just put the bomb down, and BMOC is still in the site. He likes to play in the site, which is rare to see. But when you're playing a 3v1, it's not too bad. Zero Core takes down Teabag from the spawn, I believe. Actually, no, he's in from bridge side. Zero Core taking down Fighter now, and BMOC in the site, like we said, not you know, not traditional spot, but he surprises him, and Virtu takes a quick 2-0 lead.
Absolutely. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Virtue's just going to run it straight up the gut, straight in the middle, and say, you know what, here we come, defend it, and you know, deal with it. I think they're just going to keep running them over on B site here. Zero Core's actually pushed up in little door on A site. Influx taking down Trick, Happytron taking down BMOC, and I think it's going to be another B rush. Is that right, Sandy?
Yeah, Teabag's actually last one alive. Dragonflies comes dumpster and takes him down, so Abstract has found a remedy for that B-rush. Let's take a look at Virtu's War Room one more time as, you know, they try to mix up their strats after getting dominated that time. So let's go to Virtu's War Room there, Limek.
One more for the tie, one more for the tie.
Let's slow play it, let's slow play it.
I hear one nading from garbage, I believe. Watch garbage.
Guarantee there's one that dropped. I'm sure of it.
Let them get anxious. Window. One right side.
It's one garbage.
Did we get a pick on the guy, right? Hold on. Yeah, he's down. That was easy. Watch you guys back, playing back at the
Back pillar. Lit. Nice.
planning.
Spawn.
Planning.
The bomb has been planted. Alpha team wins.
Nice job. That's a tie.
Oh yeah, I was waiting to come around.
Wow, so Virtu taking it to 3-1. They kind of confused Abstract there a bit. They've been rushing the past 3 rounds bridge. That round they decided to slow it down and then rush, so it makes no difference. They take the round, but they're sending all of their players to Warehouse right now, mixing it up after playing bridge all game. Eurocore takes down Acids, and BMOC trades with him. One up top, Influx taking shots at him. He's forced to back out and throw the nade, as it's down to a 4v4 right now. Virtu with good control on the Warehouse site. Influx takes down Notorious, and Teabag trying to take someone down. Yep, takes down Trick, and last guy is in spawn, Happytron, and he's going to be forced to back up as Influx is going to be putting the bomb down.
Actually, no, Happytron is actually coming through sewers and is going to try to flank them through the back here.
My bad.
Happytron made the mistake and actually pushed out and jumped window, making it 2 mini sewer now. On the bad call or the bad gamble here, as Virtue got the plant down in A, the lessened plant time and lessened defuse time, Happytron's going to have to pull off some interesting tactics here as he pistols BMOC for the kill. He's going to have to track down whoever this is, and Influx actually taking him down from spawn.
Wow, and just that fast after Virtue, getting destroyed the first couple rounds, and they come back in consecutive rounds and take the match. So once they get that momentum, it's basically game over. Virtue has moved on to the finals.
Oh, it's going to be great here. I'm expecting now to see some shovels. 0 kills actually pushing out through sewers now. These guys, it's all for pride and all for points now. And it's going to be a really interesting match. As I said, I think E7 is going to take it tomorrow night. And I think, no disrespect for BB making it this far, but I think E7 is going to be the better matchup for Virtue.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was picking Abstract to be that one team that could take out Virtue. They look like it, off the beginning of the match as Fighter turns on Dragonflies, and Virtue takes offense 5-1. They have a stronger offense than a defense on Warhead. Who would have thought? But I think it comes down to more of, waking up, getting their shots down pat, and once they do that, they're essentially unstoppable.
Absolutely. It's all about finding your rhythm. And just to recap this, we got the 5-1 score, Virtue over Abstract and eliminating Abstract. For this half of the round, we've got Fighter going 8-4, Influx going 6-3, BMOC going 5-3, Teabag going 5-5, and Acids going 2-5. For Abstract, we've got Happytron going 8-5, Zero Core 4-5, Dragonflies 4-5, Notorious 2-5, and Trick 2-6.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the Fighter in here for the quick interview, as he looks spectacular on defense. I think his play tonight is what really made the difference in the match. If he didn't step it up, Virtue would have had a really good chance of losing that defensive side, and they would have been really down going into the second half. But you can't say what if. He really stepped it up tonight and was the difference in this match. So Fighter should be coming in for an interview here momentarily, and we'll get some words from him about what he thinks, about tomorrow night's matchup between BEB and E7. Hopefully we get a prediction out of him. And it should be exciting regardless of who they play. Virtue's been looking real strong this season. It's interesting to see teams really fluster them off the start, and I don't know what it is, but once Virtue gets in the zone, you're not taking a round from them from that point on, and it's really impressive to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we have Fighter. If you want to go ahead and drag him down here, Sandy. Fighter, how you doing, man? Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, thank you.
Man, spectacular first half. What is? I mean, is there an on switch that you just like flip and that's it? How does that work?
No, I think I just got lucky. It was all teamwork, though.
Getting
It was a good game.
I don't think that's teamwork, man. You pretty much put your team on your back for those later rounds, and just absolutely embarrassed Abstract for a couple rounds there.
Yeah, I kind of carried it a little bit. I tried.
I like your humble attitude, saying it's all teamwork. Meanwhile, you're acing the team, but no big deal. You looked awesome tonight with a
yeah
17-3 first half. So that was really impressive. We saw the same thing that happened last week. You guys, getting flustered a little bit off the start. Abstract took the lead on offense, and then you just picked up that momentum, and there was no turning back. Can you tell us a little bit about what was going on there?
Yeah, basically what happened in the first rounds was that we had Red CD. He was lagging out. I think he's still lagging out. He's not even in vent. That's why we kind of lost first rounds, I'm guessing. But we kind of pulled it off. Once we get our, our strats straight and everything, we pull it off.
All right. Hey, tomorrow night. Absolutely. Tomorrow night's number 5 BEB versus number 8 E7. Any predictions on that?
I don't know. BEB for the win.
Oh yeah, you guys want to face BEB in the finals, or?
It doesn't really matter. I go for BEB. You guys are good.
All right, right on.
My boy Smokey.
Any shout outs or anybody you'd like to thank after tonight's win?
Yeah, shout out to Gongos and BMOC, my old buddy there. Oh, and by the way, cheese roll-ups. You gotta have one.
Cheese roll-ups?
That's the way to go, yeah.
Cheese roll-ups and Gongle, the Virtue mascot. Long story behind there. It's great.
Yeah, for more info on Gongle, you can watch last week's Virtu Divine Revolution match, and I guess that's the secret. Cheese roll-ups, and you'll carry your team 17-3 on an e-rev cast. So
That's right.
if you're watching out there, get those cheese roll-ups, and you'll be unstoppable. Apparently.
Pretty much.
All right, fighter. Congratulations tonight, and good luck in the championship finals. I'm sure you'll be watching, BEB versus E7 tomorrow night. Now you have a CTF match coming up on Wednesday versus Procore Pro. So do you have any predictions on that match? That's going to be the finals for CTF.
I'm not really sure about it though. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, so fighter not as confident in CTF, but it's no big deal. He was destroying tonight, so congratulations, and we hope to see you next week in the final.
Thank you.
All right, so any last words, Freddie?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Steve over at ScrimSpot for providing our anti-cheat. I'd also like to thank Extreme Redirect for providing our Ventrilo. Also like to thank Jinx Clothing. You can check them out at jinx.com. And I would like to invite everybody out again for the draft this week. I had a big turnout and a fun match last week as we did S&D Rattlesnake. I'm not sure if we've made the announcement or not for what's going to be this Friday or what the perks or anything like that, but it seems a lot of people are more interested in doing the S&D, so I think we'll probably roll with another S&D turnout.
Yeah, so definitely check out wogl.org this week for the info on that WOGL draft. If you want to come out and participate, play with some Virtu players. I'm sure there will be some abstract players there. It's a really good time. If you're not as well known, you get to meet people and have a great time. So definitely check that out. And check out tomorrow night's BEB versus E7 cast. Like we said, that'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully live here on e-rev. If not, we'll have the archive up, just like this one. And so from everyone here at e-rev, Freddie, Limek, and everyone else, we'd like to thank you for watching, and have a good night.
I don't know. Street. I got him. He's on ice street. Hot man. Wow, all over him. Don't peek him. Don't get one before.
Middle side. Frond with 2 kills, 1 on K-Sharp, 1 on Lin, opening the site up again. However, Frond finishes it with another off headset. That's B or Frag D, but looks like Exalt has finally woken up here, Fragile.